Yep, so what's up guys, my name is Siddharth and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, let's talk about the massacre that OnePlus caused to the OnePlus 7 series phones by pushing half-baked software updates of OxygenOS 11. The whole OnePlus 7 series and even the 70 series has been affected by putting this preliminary of update and causing problems to the end user. So guys, allow me to explain my experience of using Android 11, that is OxygenOS 11 update on this OnePlus 7. And guys, before we get started, I'll request you to take a moment, hit the subscribe button, and also give this video a like if you enjoyed the content. And a sub to the channel would definitely help the channel in reaching 500 subscriber mark sooner than expected. So with that being said, let's get started, guys. So for the first, let's just talk about the highly unstable rollout of the OxygenOS 11 to the OnePlus 7 series phones. Like, I've been a regular user of this OnePlus 7 and I still remember that the OxygenOS 10 update was fairly stable and the rollout was also pretty quick. Like in the quarter 3 of 2019, that is just 1 month after the official rollout of Android 10, my device got the update. But this was not the case with the OxygenOS 11. Like in the quarter 1 of 2021, I got the official build and that is also not pretty much stable. I will talk about all that in the later part of this video. And one of my friend who is using the same OnePlus 7 has still not received the OTA update. So there has been a deadline breach also from OnePlus this time. And seeing all this does not encourages the end user in using OnePlus devices for a long time, like causing problems to the end user by introducing bugs in open betas or even in the official builds like the AOD, which consumes a fair high amount of battery and causing battery drainage. So we'll talk about all these things in the coming part of the video. So now let's talk about the half-baked features and how it has hindered the performance and camera usage. So now let's talk about the performance. And so before I share all the grey experiences that I had with this OnePlus 7, you know what is not grey is the red subscribe button. So go ahead, hit the red subscribe button and also hit the bell notification icon, as this would make me really happy and would encourage to make me much more exciting videos. And if you enjoyed the video till now, then do hit the like button also. And now let's continue. So before we talk about the performance, just a quick spec refresh that the OnePlus 7 series was launched with the Snapdragon 855 and UFS 3.1 storage. So we expect rapid performance and top of the line user experience. But this is not true anymore. Like after the OxygenOS 11 update, the performance is carnage. Like the scrolling experience, like the display automatically switches to 30 or 24 frames per second, or like what I mean to say is that scrolling is laggy at sometimes, like the regular Twitter feed scroll or the menu scroll or the search results scrolling on Amazon, they just feel laggy at times. Like for 30 seconds or for like around a minute, the screen is laggy, and this does not adds up to the user experience that is expected from a Snapdragon 855 phone. And if you ask me about the daily app opening speeds or the daily day-to-day usage, then using it for 1 to 1.5 years now, and I can say that after the update, the app opening speeds have gone up marginally. And trust me on this, like it starts to feel like some degraded phone. Like it doesn't feel as fast as a Snapdragon 855 phone or as it was launched when, or even with the OxygenOS 10 update. And this makes me feel pretty cynical about the performance sustainability of this OnePlus 7. And like if you go through the uploads of my channel, then I made a recent upload of this OnePlus 5T and how it fares in the longer run and in 2021, how is the performance. And the bottom line that it is pretty rapid still, but I just cannot feel the same about the OnePlus 7, and I don't know how it feel a year or 2 year later from now. So that's all about the performance, and now let's talk about the camera and how the picture performance and the video quality looks after the update. Okay, so now let's talk about the cameras. So before we talk about the camera, just a quick refresh of the camera specs. So this comes with a dual camera setup, that is a 48 megapixel primary IMX 586. And what to say about this, a 5 megapixel depth sensor that is just a gimmick, not something else. And in the front it comes with a 16 megapixel IMX 471 ever so old sensor, produces pretty basic and pretty normal selfies, not anything which will blow your mind. And about the rear cameras, same thing goes for the rear cameras also. The performance is mediocre, and if you ask me, OnePlus was never a camera champ and would never be, as seeing the Hasselblad collaboration in the OnePlus 9 series also, it's a gimmick, but nothing else. So the OnePlus 7 series is no exception. It falls in the same bracket, produces pretty flat images, struggles with the HDR and with the focusing in videos. You can see the sample shots, and if you want to see the setup, if the BTS of the setup, then I'll click a quick picture and you can see that also on the screen right now. And so the camera performance is mediocre and has degraded further after the update. And if you remember, as I quoted the specs in the beginning part of the camera section, that it comes with a 48 plus 5 megapixel setup, then you can probably remember that the same setup was found in the Redmi Note 7 Pro, which was a 14,000 mid-ranger, and you can just make a conclusion from that way only, like how the basic was the camera setup on this so-called flagship OnePlus 7. So I don't want to talk much about the cameras. They just fed up me every time I use. They are not reliable at all, and their performance has degraded further with the OxygenOS 11 update. And now let's talk about the half-baked features and all that experiences that I faced in using it with the OxygenOS 11 update for the last 1 to 1.5 months. And with the rollout of OxygenOS 11, OnePlus was making headlines that they are finally rolling out always-on display to OnePlus smartphones. Like if you recall that OnePlus 3 and all the upcoming smartphones from then, OnePlus had AMOLED displays on them, but they all lacked always-on display. And so it was a much-wanted feature from the OnePlus community. And so OnePlus finally decided to roll out always-on display with the OxygenOS 11 update. But a twist to this story is that OnePlus is pretty sneaky at this. The always on display is hidden under OnePlus Laboratory, and it is an experimental feature as for the time being. And so this is pretty sneaky stuff from OnePlus. Like they were making bold claims with the rollout of always on display, but now that the final build has been pushed to the users, they have made the feature hidden inside OnePlus Laboratory. Same was with DC dimming, and same is with always on display. So seeing all these stuffs definitely makes the end user pretty sad about the claims that a company makes, and a such company which is like major in Android world. And with all the UI changes or the animations or the half-baked features, the battery life has got a major hit. And not only battery life, but the charging speed also. And if you ask about the screen on time, then it has fallen drastically by an hour or an hour and a half too. So at times I get around 3 to 4 hours of screen on time, maximum 4 hours and 30 minutes of screen on time. But the charging speed, which was highly unexpected to fall down, has fallen also. Like the charging time, which it took around 80 minutes before with a 20-watt supply dash charge, is now taking around 95 or even 100 minutes to charge completely from 15 to 100 on a typical daily usage. So that is also like not going in the favor of OxygenOS 11 update. And I don't know what is OnePlus trying to do with the OnePlus 7 series of phones. Like the performance doesn't feel rapid now. The camera is was not flagship and is not good now also. And the battery life, which was just mediocre before with the 3700 mAh cell, is now making me feel around a 3000 or even worse than that. So all these things doesn't encourage the end user, as I said before also. So this was all about my experience using the OnePlus 7 with the OxygenOS 11 update, and I'm telling all my experiences after using the open betas as well as the final build. And I've been a long OnePlus user. Like I've been using the OnePlus 5T, and you can check the last upload, it was on the OnePlus 5T experience for using it for 3+ years. And now that I've been using the OnePlus 7 on and off, I can like make a final verdict that the updates, the features that have been pushed by the update to the final user doesn't convert into real world good usage. Like all the UI changes and all these things which OnePlus tried to make the user experience more enhanced doesn't complement it back. The battery life, as I said, has worsened. The performance doesn't feel like flagship grade. The cameras were mediocre and still feel the same and has got degraded more. But this doesn't go in the way of OnePlus. Like if you ask me about recommending OnePlus now, then I'll feel cynical about it more and more. So and seeing that Samsung now makes bold claims about pushing updates like around 3 or 4 years of major Android updates, and same with the security updates, OnePlus is going downhill surely. So guys, that's all for today's video. This was your host Siddharth, and I shared my experience of using the OnePlus 7 with OxygenOS 11 update, and I hope you liked the content and found it useful. And if that's the case, then do hit the like button below the video, and also subscribe to the channel for more informative tech videos. This was your host Siddharth. I'm signing off for the moment. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, bye bye.